Hey guys, this is NDM here, welcoming you back to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda. Right, so in the last episode we finished up the 4th dungeon, and in this episode we are going to... well, first of all we're going to start off doing some rupee grinding and some piece of heart collecting, even though there's only one piece of heart in the overworld that we have left to get, and then we've got all the pieces of heart in the overworld, so basically the rest of the pieces of heart we'll be getting is from the dungeons, from beating the bosses. So... without further ado, we might as well do that now, so then it's off my mind. And then we're going to do some rupee grinding for the magical shield and the blue ring, because those are the two essential items I'll be needing for the 5th dungeon, because I'm not going into the 5th dungeon without the blue ring or the magical shield, because I'm telling you guys, the 5th dungeon has a lot of tough enemies in there. You thought the Darknuts in level 3 were bad, well... in level 5 they have Blue Darknuts, which are the more powerful version of the red ones, and they take a lot more damage to kill them, so yeah, and they also take a lot more damage to you. I think even if you have the blue ring equipped, they still take 1 unit of health away from you, whereas like minor enemies like these take a quarter of your hearts away, a quarter of a single heart away, yeah. Alright, okay, we need to get to the far right-hand side of the map here, because that's where it is. I think I've showed you some secrets in the overworld, but I haven't shown you all of them. I know I haven't shown you all of them, because there's a lot of hidden places you can bomb out and find rupees and stuff. Alright, so this is where you have to use your step ladder. On this one right here. So to get this piece of heart you need the step ladder. So there you go. That's another heart container. And that's the final heart container in the overworld that we can get. There's the magical shield, but as you can see it's 130 rupees. So we need to do some serious grinding to get that. I do know a place where you can get 100 rupees from, and it's at the very top of the overworld. So we need to go like right up to the mountains to get to it, so we'll just continue following along our path up here, because this will take you straight up to the mountains if you keep following this path, and you'll be up there in no time. You just gotta try and avoid all the enemies as well. Don't take too much damage, otherwise you die and then you end up back at square one. Alright, is this it? I know it's around this general area. It's not that. It's not up those steps. Yeah, no, it's not even up those steps, it's up here, because that's where you get the prescription from. I know that. Right, okay, here it is. This one is a very sneaky, very cryptic one to find. I had to look on the internet to figure this out, because I would have never had found this out in a million years, I tell you. Because you can't even tell the texture apart, so... Look, you walk straight through the wall like that, and it brings you up here. That's crazy. It's a secret to everybody. Alright, so there you go, you get 100 from that. So that will bring us up to 114, which means we now need to get another 16 more rupees until we get 130, so then we can buy ourselves the magical shield. Let's play a money-making game. No thank you. I'm not wasting money to like gain 5 rupees or something stupid like that. I ain't wasting 10 rupees and then losing half of my money. That's stupid. I can also get the power bracelet while I'm here as well. The power bracelet's actually quite easy to find, but it's one of those things. It seems so easy to find, but then when you actually think about it, trying to look for it for yourself, it's one of those things you think, oh man, how the hell would have I found that? I would never found that in a million years. Well, yeah, a lot of stuff in this game is actually really well hidden. Not heart containers. Heart containers are actually quite easy to find. The only one that I would have never found is the one where you have to burn out the bush to find it. Like, because that's really cryptic. You have to look for the 5th bush on the right, and then burn it. And that's where your heart container is. Alright, so the power bracelet is around here somewhere. I don't know exactly what the power bracelet is used for. I've never actually used it for its purpose, but it also counts to the 100% completion, so I might as well get it just for the sake of saying I've 100%ed it. Alright, yeah, it's this one right here. You have to move the statue and then it will reveal the power bracelet for you. And then that goes to the top there with the other items like the step ladder and the raft, but I don't know what the power bracelet is used for, so if any of you guys can tell me, then I could probably show you what it does in the LP, but I imagine it just moves stuff, but you don't really find that many stuff in this game that's really heavy to move, because you know the power bracelet in future installments in The Legend of Zelda, you have to use the power bracelet to move heavy items like pots and stuff. But in this game you don't even get pots, so it's very strange. Right, okay, I know a bush you can burn out here as well with the blue candles, so let's get that out and we shall burn this bush right here. Why didn't it do anything? Okay, so we're gonna have to go back out, go back in. Why can't use it? Right, okay, then you use it there, but you don't use it in the place where you wanted to use it. Trying to attack P-hats. There we go, why didn't it do that before? That's really weird why it keeps doing that. It's a secret to everybody. And there we go, we got enough money to buy ourselves the magical shield. Now the only problem is, the blue ring costs 250, so I need to do extra rupee grinding. And I have no good places to find that have good, where you can get a good amount of rupees from. Alright, here we go, this is where we can buy our shield, so buy that. So then we got the shield upgrade, which can basically deflect Zora beams and stuff like that, so anything beams you can deflect with it. Right, this is going to be hell of a rupee grinding session we're going to be doing here. Because I was thinking of doing some, like showing some of it on screen, but then like getting halfway through it and then making a cut, because I imagine this will probably take me at least about an hour to do. Maybe less, because rupee grinding in this game is insane. If you can get at least about 100 within a half hour, you're doing pretty decent. Because some of the enemies in this game don't drop that many rupees. Like, the best place I can think of grinding for rupees is inside dungeons, because they're more likely to give out rupees in dungeons, whereas in, you know, the overworld it's kind of tricky. And speaking of which, there is a dungeon right here that I could... Oh no, there isn't. I was thinking of the wrong place. It seemed kind of familiar, because everything in this game looks the same. I need to find a fairy fountain, otherwise I'm gonna die. And I want to do level 5 in this episode, because all I need is the blue ring and that's it. We can go straight to level 5, because I already have the arrow, so I don't need to go rupee grinding for that. I have plenty of enough potions, I think, to do the dungeon, so... I mean, I only have one serving of blue potion, but still, I think that'll be enough to get me through it. With the items that I would have by that time I get there. And there's also another bush I know that I can burn out, but it only gives 10 rupees. I don't know if I did that in the last episode, though. Oh, shoot. Run! Run, Forrest, run! Oh, dude, no. Huh, I thought I was going to die there. Oh, my throat is killing me. Still killing me. Still killing me. Right. Yeah, the good thing is you get the sword beam, so shoot them from afar. You don't have to go... Oh, I've already done it! Well, that sucks. I have no idea where I could go rupee grinding then. I used to... Well... I used to, no. I was about to say I used to know where a lot of them were, but... No, the ones that I've got in this LP are basically the ones that I know of altogether. I don't really know anymore. Huh. Right, if this gets to be... Yeah, I'm on 24 rupees right now, and it's going to take me ages to get 250, so... I probably will make a cut. Yeah, you know what, guys? I am going to make a cut. Otherwise, this is going to drag out for way too long. And basically, it'll be the whole episode me just doing rupee grinding. So, I will see you when I have 250 rupees. So, I will see you then. Okay, guys, I'm back. Right, I got a list here of locations of rupees that are hidden throughout Hyrule. So, I'm just going to read this out and I'm going to follow it as I go along. So you guys can actually see this, because I'm going to show it on screen, these locations, right? So it says, for number 1, for 100 rupees, from the start screen, head right 1 screen, up 5 screens, right 5 screens, up 1 screen, and right 2 screens, from the start, right? So head right 1 screen, which is this way. Then head up 5 from the start, head right 1 screen, up 5 screens, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? 5 screens, right 5 screens, so gotta go right another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then up 1 screen, okay, right. So it's just up here, right? Is it? I don't know if it's up here, but up 1 screen, and oh no, it's not this way because it says right 2 screens, so it'll be up here. And right 2. Wait, is this the... This is the one I went to earlier, isn't it? Yeah, it is. What the hell? This is the one I went to earlier. Crap. Okay, well that was a waste of time. Okay, hang on a second. I'll be right back. Right, okay, from the start screen, this is a different one this time, and it is one we haven't gotten, so... From the start screen, head up 1 screen and right 4 screens. Right, okay, that's simple. Up 1... 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, on one of the central trees, use the candle to burn the third one from the left at the bottom. So it's this one right here. No, that's the wrong button. Oh my god, there are too many enemies. Ah, here we go, that's it. Ah, leave me alone, dude. Yeah, it's a secret to everybody. This should be 100 right here. Yeah, we got another 100, so there we go. Right, we're getting there. Okay, so I'll meet you guys back at the start screen again. Alright guys, I'm back. Hey there guys, I'm back. What the hell's going on? Oh yeah. I just got a cough sweet because I had an epic cough off screen and now it's caused my throat to fuzzle up. Right, 100 rupees. From the start screen, head up 1 screen and left 5 screens. Seems simple enough. It said left, right, not right. And head, yeah, head left 5 screens. So 1. I'm gonna suck on this as much as I can because I want my throat to get better. It's annoying me. It's been like this for the past few days now. Alright, so it's in this area. Alright. I think it's here. Alright, okay. Oh no, not moblins. Stay away from me. I am your god, I command you. Right, okay. So now, use the candle to burn down the tree that is third from the top. So, third from the top, which is this one right here. Alright, okay. And there we go. We're not at... Oh yeah, we're at 250. Right, cool. Okay, so we can go buy our blue ring now. And then we can make way for the 5th dungeon. But first off, before we go ahead and buy our blue ring, we are going to stop off at Fairy Fountain to get our health back. And we're going to make our way up to the 5th dungeon. And the 5th dungeon's actually kind of short, so it won't really take me that long to do anyway. It's just that the enemies in there are quite tough, and that's the only thing that's really going to drag it out. The 6th dungeon I'm not looking so forward to, because I've heard a lot of bad things about that dungeon. Because there's like wizrobes in there, which are really nasty enemies apparently in this game, so... yeah. Alright, so make sure you buy the right thing and not the wrong thing. Boy, this is really expensive. Wow, it took a while to actually appear there. And this is basically your defense item. It makes your damage by half, I think. And then later on in the game you get a red ring, which basically is an extra defense boost, and it helps a lot in the 9th dungeon, which I believe is where you get it. Where you get the red ring from is the 9th dungeon. I think you get another item in the 9th dungeon, but I'm not sure. I know there's a dungeon where you get 2 items in it. Yeah, because I've been doing my research, because I don't want to be struggling in any of these dungeons, in any of these later ones anyway. I hear that Dungeon 7 isn't really that difficult either, so... Dungeon 6 is much more of a threat than what Dungeon 7 is. And the funny thing is, Dungeon 6 and Dungeon 5 are actually quite close to each other, on the map anyway. Yeah, this cough sweet's actually helping out now. So my throat was actually having an attack. It was like becoming really hard to speak. Alright, so we have to go up 5 screens on this. Yeah, 5 screens to get to the 5th dungeon. How convenient. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 5th dungeon. Oh, damn it! Okay, I got attacked by a bunch of enemies on my way in here. That's very heartwarming. Alright, so there's going to be a bunch of Pole's Voice in here, which are enemies that you see in later Zelda games as well. And your first instinct would be to use the bombs, but no, the way how you kill these guys in this game is to use your arrows. Whereas in other Zelda games they make it that you have to use bombs to kill them, but not in this game. And the only other time we'll really need money for is for potions and stuff, so... we pretty much bought everything essential that we need, apart from bait, of course, which is an item you'll need for the 7th dungeon, isn't it? Or the 8th dungeon? I can't remember. It might be for the 6th dungeon, it might be for the 7th. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure it's for the 7th, though. But... oh yeah, blue candle. Need to use that. Yeah, there'll be a lot of item switching in this dungeon from one item to the next. Right, okay, is this the room? Yeah, this is the room with the Dodongos in it. I actually want to go back down. Go in this room right here. This is a locked door, right? Yeah. This is just a dead end room, I think. Oh, is that it? Is this just a room to tell me that? Oh, well, thank you for the useless advice that I already knew already, but I wasted one key to get in there. Alright, so if you kill these Dodongos, you basically open up the door, but also you get bombs from it too. And yeah, another cool thing about the Dodongos is if you get them by the smoke, you can actually just slash at them and it kills them in one hit, so you don't have to use as many bombs to kill them with. So that's also another good thing to keep in mind, but I think they already gave you that advice in the second dungeon when you had to fight the Dodongo as the boss to get the Triforce Piece in that dungeon. Why did I use bombs there? Seriously? Emulation controls can get so confusing at times. Alright, we got a bunch of Gibdos in here. Well, I tell you something, you can bomb out walls in this room, which will reveal where the hidden item is of the dungeon. Well, on one of the side of the walls anyway. Oh crap. And we're coming up to a room that's going to be a huge pain in the ass, because it's going to be the first room that introduces the Blue Darknuts. Hooray! But this is the only dungeon that you'll be seeing for a while where you actually see Blue Darknuts. You don't see them in the 6th dungeon, and you don't see them in the 7th. You see them in the 8th, I think, and the 9th, obviously. Alright, I got some potions, so I'm fine, but I'm telling you, these guys are no pushover. Especially with the sword that we have now. With the sword that we have now, we're pretty weak against these guys. And it's going to take 3 hits to kill... Oh no, not 3, wow. Okay, it's going to take 4 hits to kill them. 4 hits to kill each one of these guys is not a very pleasant thing to think about, but it's just that these guys move in such an erratic pattern. It would be so easier to kill these things if they weren't moving all over the place, as if they were on speed. Well, that's basically how these things move around. They move around as if they're on ecstasy or some crap. Yeah. I mean, the red ones we can kill in one hit with our sword, the one that we have now. And there's going to be more Darknuts coming up ahead as well. So I don't know if I'm actually going to make it through this. We'll have to see. Because killing these things in a room like this is kind of nerve-wracking, but... Oh, great. Now they got me on this side of the room, and there's a whole bunch of them. It would be cool if I could just focus on one at a time on one side of the room, and then, you know, do it like that. Just lure one over to the other side of the room. I mean, great, thank you for that, douchebag. Oh, you go up behind them and then they turn around. It's so annoying the way how these things move around. You just don't have enough time to go behind them and jab them. You almost have to just run at them like crazy and hope for the best. And we're nowhere near going to get this item, because do you know why? We have to fight another bunch of these guys in another room up ahead, which is crazy. This is why I don't like this dungeon at all. I mean, it's a short dungeon, don't get me wrong, and most of the dungeon is actually filled with Gibdos and stuff, but the room to get the flute, which is the main item that you need to actually pass through the dungeon, there are a bunch of Darknuts and stuff. So, yeah, that's the one sucky thing about this dungeon, and we got bats in here. Bats are driving me batty, huh? Right, okay. Now this is the room where the Darknuts are in, so brace yourselves, guys. We're not going to make it through this. We are not going to make it through this. I can tell you that now. I mean, I'd be very lucky if I did, but I'm telling you, ain't gonna happen. If I die, I'm making a cut. I am making a cut if I die, which is more likely to happen. Yeah, see, I told you. It's just impossible. You need potion, and you need plenty of it. So, continue. Alright, okay guys, I'm gonna make a cut. Another cut, yeah. To get some potion and more money and stuff. So, I will see you guys in the room where I died, basically. So, I will see you then. Alright guys, I'm back. Okay, so, we're gonna be dealing with these Blue Darknuts once again. This time with full health and no potion used, so yeah, I wanted to make sure that I went through the last room without taking a hit, so far so good. Ah, damn it. Screw it. Screw it. Take all the hits. Huh. See if we can get through it. Whatever you do, don't go out the room, otherwise I think they'll respawn. Ah, well, never mind it. Well, I could just take this and then I'll get full health back and I can start using my laser beam again. Just need to make sure I don't use it again, otherwise I'm screwed. Just one left. There we go. Right, so that wasn't so bad, I guess. It could have gone a lot worse. I could have used up 2 of my potions, but I didn't. It's just that I didn't talk much over that because I needed to focus and concentrate just in case that I did end up using 2 potions, which I didn't want because I want to save my other potion for rooms later on in the dungeon. But those are the only rooms in the dungeon that have Blue Darknuts, so we don't have to fight any more of those ever again until we get to the 8th dungeon, I think. So yeah, now it's pretty much smooth sailing from here till the end of the dungeon. Pretty much all the enemies in here are just Gibdos and Pole's voices, and well, you do have red Darknuts, but they're not so bad. You can kill those in one hit with your sword. So it's not as if, you know, you're fighting Blue Darknuts, which take 4 hits to kill with your sword. Alright, okay. Yeah, you don't have to kill these. Then it's not really necessary to kill them, so I'm not going to bother. And here's where you find your dungeon map. And I didn't want to use my arrows. I wanted to use my blue candle. Oh no! I burnt the map. The map is going to burn. I can't use it. Nah, I'm joking. Right, okay. That'd be kind of weird if you could burn the map with your blue candle and then you can't use it. Be weird. Weird but realistic, but then again, Zelda's not a realistic game, and it never will be. Well, I mean, imagine if Zelda was realistic. I mean, that would suck. Major AS. Because Zelda isn't meant to be a realistic game, it's meant to be about fantasy. And that's the charm that it has always had ever since the first game. I've never really played Zelda 2 that much, to be honest with you. I know I've heard a lot of bad things about it, that's really hard, and when you get to Death Mountain it's like almost near impossible to do it. That's why I'm kind of that's why I've been toying with the idea of doing that as an LP in the future sometime. Do Zelda 2, see how far I get. Because I know Death Mountain is supposed to be really hard, and like I know a lot of people who haven't gone past it and gave up because of how hard it is. And yeah, you have infinite arrows in this game, so you can keep on using arrows as much as you want. You don't ever run out of arrows. Alright, so we're near the boss now. We ain't got that far left to go. See, I told you, this dungeon's not really that long, and it's not really that hard either. It's just the Blue Darknuts that makes the dungeon more... Like, that's the most difficult part of the dungeon, is trying to kill those things. Whereas the rest is really easy. Even the boss is easy. It's not... Right, okay, let's get our bombs, because there's a hidden room here that you can bomb out. I know there is. Oh no, it's the other room. Okay, I was being silly. No, it's not that room, it's this room right here. I was looking at the wrong part of the map. Right, let's see how many of these we can get in one arrow. Only two. Only two. That sucks. I think I managed to get all 4 before in one arrow. Like 4 of them in one arrow. Yeah. Secret power is said to be in the arrow. Yeah. Well, that's basically a hint on saying how you kill the Pole's Voice easily. Because you can kill the Pole's Voice by using your sword, but it takes a lot longer to kill them with the sword. So it's better just to kill them with the arrows, because it makes short work of them. Alright, okay, so what do we have in here? Oh, right, okay, we have more Gibdos. That's fantastic. Now this is very strange. You actually have a room that links to that, like the boss room has 2 rooms branching off it, and one of those rooms has a bunch of Gibdos in it. I mean, you don't see that in other Zelda games, do you? You just see the boss room and then one room ahead, which is where the element is, or whatever. In Oracle of Seasons and Ages, you know, you have the boss room and then a room after it, which leads up to the element, or the seasons, or the essence of time, you know, the essence of nature. Yeah, this boss is so pathetically easy, it's not even funny. All you gotta do is play the flute and then jab at that tiny thing that's flying around the room. And then there you go, that's the 5th Triforce in our hands. Which means there's only 3 left to go. 6, 7, and 8. Alright guys, I'm going to end off the episode here and continue on the next episode. So in the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, we shall make way for the 6th dungeon. So until then, this is NDM saying thanks for watching, take care everybody, see you in the next video, and goodbye.